Hey there, Holy Cross in Fairfield, and welcome to 7th grade. Can you believe it? Before we get the year going, you guys are going to take a quick executive function quiz. This quiz is very straightforward. It's some situations that continue to pop up year in and year out where guys kind of get themselves in trouble, even though they know the right thing to do. So by taking this quiz, you are telling all your teachers, hey, I know the right thing to do, and I'm going to act on that. So I'm going to read you the questions, the answer choices. They should be very straightforward. You go ahead and fill it out on your actual physical sheet in front of you. So here we go. Number one, what do you do when you enter the room? Talk with your best friend. B, walk in silently, find your seat, set up your desk, write down your homework, take out the homework and begin the warm-up. C, run around and play. Or D, complain when you see your homework and warm-up. Pretty straightforward answer there. Number two, there are more than 15 students in our classroom at one time. How should you move about the room? A, purposely bump into people. B, make a big deal when your private space is invaded. C, fall, crawl, or lay on the floor. Or D, be extra careful of yourself and your belongings while moving. Number three, a student makes the unfortunate decision to pass gas during class. How should you react? This is going to happen. A, laugh and giggle hysterically because you want to be immature. B, say, ew, you stank, or you nasty. C, understand that it was unfortunate that the student chose to do that, but you'll continue to work productively at a level 0. Or D, untie your tie and place it over your nose and face obnoxiously. Hopefully, again, you can see the clear pattern of blatant right answers in this quiz. Number 4, Mr. Mason just gave you a correction that could affect your executive function score for the day. You disagree with him. How should you react? Roll your eyes and sigh and exclaim, "What did I do?" B, fix it, move on with the lesson and let it go. C, respond with, "Why?" Or D, ignore Mr. Mason and continue with whatever you were doing. I guarantee you this is not a good idea. Ignoring any adult in this building is never an option. Number 5, another student continues to make irritating noises during a level 0. What should you do? A, turn around and yell at the student to stop. B, make a similar noise to let him see how it feels. C, stop your work and complain to the teacher and whine about how you can't focus. Or D, allow the teacher to handle the noise, continue your work silently, or write a note card if it is not addressed. Number 6, another student is being disrespectful with the teacher and simply is not having a good day. How should you react? A, constantly look at that student to see how they react. B, laugh at the situation. C, start a conversation with a fellow student, further taking the class off track. Or D, quietly ignore the student and continue being your best self. Number 7, when your teacher stares at you during the academic setting, what do you think this means you should do? A, ask, "What?" B, go back to doing the right thing. C, turn and point at the neighbor and say, "That wasn't me, that was his fault." Or D, stare back at them and do nothing. Again, probably not the best decision. Blatant answer, probably letter B. If I stare at you, if any teacher stares at you, it's a nonverbal cue to say, hey, get back on task. Look at that. I even gave you an answer on this. Number 8, you forgot to do your homework and Mr. Mason is coming around to collect it. What should you do? A, tell him you left it at home and expect it to be excused. B, turn it in later to the late homework drop box and work on the warm-up. C, get really upset and not begin your warm-up. Or D, turn it in half completed or sloppy and hope he doesn't notice. Again, pretty straightforward answer on there. Number 9, it's first things first in math, and you want to ask your teacher if there's open gym today because you're super curious, right? What should you do? A, wait to ask them the off-topic question until after class. B, shout out and ask them. C, raise your hand and ask them. Or D, ask your neighbor. Think about it. Is open gym really necessary for math class? Probably not. Think about your answer choice carefully on that. Number 10, you asked your teacher a question hoping for a yes answer and they responded with no. How should you respond? A, ask why. B, get frustrated and shut down. C, respond with but. Or D, understand there's a reason for everything and it might take too long to explain why sometimes. 11, a student asks a question that has already been answered. What should you do? A, shout out, "He already answered that." B, explain, "Oh my God, dude." C, relax, understand everyone makes mistakes. Or D, slouch in your chair and simply check out. 12, you're standing in line waiting for class and somebody bumps, touches, or cuts you. What do you do? A, turn around and get in an argument with the student. B, step out of line and wait to get back at the student in class. C, tell the teacher and make a big deal out of a little situation. Or D, relax, understand everyone is going to the same place and the other student is probably just being immature. Question 13. You're in group work setting and another student is off task. What is your response? A, rudely or sarcastically inform him that the group should be on task. Like, dude, get to work, but not being super serious about it. B, yell at him. You do too much. Ask the teacher for a new partner. C, also become off topic. Hey, if the teacher doesn't see it, it doesn't matter. Or D, lead by example by staying on task and talking only about the material. Number 14, you are trying to fix a problem with Mr. Mason. How should you act? A, hands in pocket, looking at the ground, responding with quiet, yeah. B, sigh or roll your head and neck every time he says something that you don't agree with. Sorry, that was B. C, stand up straight, look him in the eyes, be honest and humble, and speak with respect. Or D, stick to your opinion no matter what, or refuse to speak because you don't agree. Number 15, which of the following is unacceptable in an academic classroom? A, throwing or tossing a pencil or pen at a classmate. B, touching another student or horseplaying with another student. C, making inappropriate gestures or conversations with classmates. Or D, all of the above. Now for a tricky situation. Another student has just done something that you don't like. What should you do? A, do it right back to him. B, call the teacher and say, did you see that? Are you going to do anything about that? C, get really frustrated and let it affect the next class. Or D, stop, think carefully, and see if it was a really big deal. If it wasn't, let it go. If it was, find the appropriate time, maybe not at this moment, to find an adult and tell them how you feel. A quick short response. CJA students respond in complete sentences. So, what do you think working at an independent zero looks like and sounds like? So you would start off, I think working at an independent zero looks like blank, 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 and you put in your answer now, and sounds like blah, 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 fill in your answer. Last part of this, guys, is your job survey. So in 7th grade, we really like the students to help the class run more efficiently and smoothly by giving you guys jobs. So we have all these jobs here, classroom ambassador, pencil sharpener, all the way down to the bottom of the page. If you want that job, put a yes. If you kind of want the job but don't really care if you get it, put a maybe. And if you definitely don't want to be that person, put a no. Like class ambassador, I love meeting new guests, shaking their hand, talking about what we're doing in class, and then saying, have a nice day. I'm going to say, boom, yeah, I want to do it. Or if you're somebody that's shy, doesn't really want to do it, maybe you want to put no for right now, but understand that you may be called on later on in the year to be a classroom ambassador. An alphabetizer, this is super important. We alphabetize our work from by last name in almost every class. It helps the teacher put it in the gradebook super easy. If you want that job, you'll be a super important person, always have some work. You got all these jobs. Once you're done, put your pencil down. That will let your teacher know that you have finished the executive function quiz for today.